know everybody's wondering lately, where is Chris gone? What is he doing? Where's the next episode of Owl Rash? It's coming, but I decided to take a week off to work on some audio issues, some video issues, and to overall make the show better. I basically dug out of the grave, I shouldn't say the grave, the ultra fine bunny rabbits dust that was all over the mixer, and I cleaned it up, and I've actually got it recording and working. Yeah, 96 kilohertz mixer, and I decided to use that as one of the tracks. I'm also working out logistic issues such as getting multi-track to record on that on my new computer, which I never got to do. And I'm also working on a few other things, such as getting 60 frames per second back. I know you guys don't think that's a big deal for a news show, but as animated as I am, as much as I talk, everything else, actually it's a big deal. So here it is. Here's the Adventure Force. This was given to me by Homely 665. What do I think of it? Let me break this into terms. There are things I like about it, and there are things I absolutely don't like about it. One of which is the feeding. Even when I reload, 6 BBs in here, it just seems to, for some reason, jam. There's a tab in here. I don't know if you can see it from here, okay? There's a tab in there that just seems to, it's maybe it doesn't load it down properly, whatever. Basically what I have is you have a magazine that goes back here and then loads up here. I much better like the Chrono system better. Even though it's 5 rounds, it's 5 shots. Okay, I much better like that better, especially when you got a pair of speed hooks like this. Look at that. And I can sit here and I can say, oh, I can put these rifle balls in. I used to be a lot faster at this. And you have all sorts of speed loading, accessories, stuff like that for this blaster. Yeah, a lot of people do. And the Chronos just, I don't know, because it is a round feed on the bottom here, and it loads the top and it's spring loaded, this is a straight feed. And although it has balls and it has a thing that pushes it down, it's not naturally curved. So let's say you load balls into here, okay? It's going to naturally, here, let's open this up just to be real here. It's going to naturally curve up to the loading and load it properly. I think that the loading here is very finicky. For Rival anyway, okay? So at any rate, that's 170 feet per second right there. 18 kilogram springs. Real 18 kilograms. 2x7/8. 2 millimeter gauge, 7/8 gauge. I mean, that's how I was fending off the zombies at the last Ragnar Oktoberfest talking to, which I may not make it this year. I probably won't. Why? Because I'm poor. Oh, man. It's just, it's so blood curly hearing these things. It's crazy. Oh, wait, that's empty. Okay, hold on. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Oh. It just, the shirt that's usually back there that Drag gave me, it dented that shirt, that shot did. It's just crazy. So that's what I think of it so far. It doesn't have really good rapid fire when it comes to the drawing. And the thing you want for an HCC primary, if you want to dual gun these, especially like I do, is you want that reliable feeding. I don't think it's all that reliable. It does seem a little bulkier. I do like the handle here, but let's take this bitch apart today. That is the biggest thing. This gives me a first look at the shell. Yeah, it is a little on the thin side, but the 3D the 3D sculpting on the inside makes it cool. It has a thing for a badge here. You can actually remove that just in case you have some thing against Adventure Force 1 year or something. I mean, it does happen, Okay, so let's take a look at this device, huh? What do you see about this? Man, did they copy the Chronos? They really did. You got a, like, it's like a feed tab that's supposed to push this down here. But look at this. Look at mine, for some reason, I think this has been loose when I did mine. It has no spring. And that didn't just fall out. It looks like there's supposed to be a spring there, and there's no spring. Okay, this might be causing my feed problems right here. This by itself, this. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay. So basically, this is a straight tab that goes back, like so. Oh, I see. It's a cam that's supposed to come down. But if you have nothing... Right. See this right here? It'd be much nicer if this cam actually had... Or can you? Maybe you can't at all. This is really weird. Why did they do it this way? Oh, I know why they didn't do it Hasbro's way, because Hasbro probably has some kind of patent on it. But this, I think this feeds a lot better, and it's because it has a circular motion to it. That's just me. But let's face brass tacks here. Let's be honest. What am I more interested in this blaster? You got it. Modding, right? Yeah, without a doubt. Okay, the trigger lock is real easy to remove. You can just remove that trigger lock and you got no more problems there. Let's take a look at this spring base here. It's the same old guillotine, but I do note, but it's white plastic, and I do notice something. Dude, look at this plunger here. Same size as the Chronos. I mean, exact same size, but there are 2 notches back here. Twin notches. So when one of them wears out, you can go with the other one. Oh, that's kind of cool. It is hollow, but this is like really durable plastic, and they're using a clear silicone ring to do it. Very nice, very nice. I like the catch device on it. It's very nicely done. It's almost an identical spring to a Chronos. Almost identical. Do I even have a Chronos spring around? Yeah, I do. Okay, here's a Chronos spring, and here's our spring. As you can see, there's a slightly smaller in length, but when it comes to actual, right. So this is why this is probably a little weaker than a Chronos. Okay, that makes a little sense here. There's your AR assembly right there. And I'll be honest, I did not see better. These do 170 feet per second, and they have 160 to 170 feet per second, and they have their ARs in. Okay, taking this out doesn't actually really accomplish anything. Well, it might on this one, because this one the AR does not have holes in it. It is more just right. But what I am more concerned with is this spring, this little piece right here that looks like there should be a spring. Oh, I got it. Because if you put a spring there, this spring rate would match that spring rate, and they probably thought taking it out would be better. Yeah, but this is not a positive knockback. This is gravity. Also, if this is upside down, not that you're going to fire a blaster upside down, but this feed tab doesn't go down. So this is a gravity... I don't know if that's such a good idea. I got a couple ideas. One, weight this. You put like a little weight on it to make it so it holds it down better. Or 2... Yeah, put a stronger spring on this and put a stronger spring on this. But where is this spring mounted? Yeah, you know, I don't... But you see what I'm saying, right? This is the part that pushes it into the actual blaster. That's your magazine right there. It's an inverted mag. You know what I would really like? If you could interchange these with other mags by sliding on the top. I mean, you can think about it. If you were to take this, make a big slide out thing for a normal Apollo mag back here, so it slides over the Apollo mag into that. That's an idea. Okay, but this feed device is, by all engineers' terms, janky. Yes, it's not it wouldn't be my choice, and I kind of wouldn't let this out of my factory. I like the titanium. The titanium is gravity fed, but this again highly depends on if you're running around. This is gonna like shake everywhere when you're running around. Everything. I do like the fact that this is white strong plastic. I do like the fact that this has 2 notches to hold the whole thing in. I like that, but what I don't like so far, yeah. I mean, you guys have seen me you guys have seen me play with the Cronoses. I'm sure last Stalking Dead, you saw me just lay people flat with it. I'm sure you have. Yeah, I had one of the things in a blaster like this, especially a sidearm, is it has to be pretty goddamn reliable. And I'm having a lot of trouble putting this together. Laugh at me, ha ha ha, laugh at me. It's cool. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with you laughing at me. It's cool. I just, they're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah. You guys remember that movie? Yeah. So, this is a little feedball thing on here. Okay. Basically, you push it into here, and there it is, and, can't say I like this device. Can't say I do. Do I think that this thing can do a lot of power chrono mag-wise? Yeah, it probably can. Your barrel's going to be a little low on parallax, though. And this is, of course, the best way to get your feed tap is just take this piece out, hit it with a round file. Don't file it all the way or you'll have no spin. That's not a good idea. So, right. So let's see. I'm going to put this thing back together. And I'm going to fire it. I'm going to kind of try to demonstrate what I'm talking about with this blaster. It's an interesting blaster, I'll give it that much. I will. I think it's cool. But I really like my Twig Deadpools, especially since I have shoulder hostiles for these. And, you know, firing 2 of these at people, you're going 13K, you're doing 120, 130 feet per second. You're going 14K, you can get in the 150s. And in 18K, you can get in the 170s. It's brutal. I mean, when people get hit by that, they're like, ah, shit, what'd you just hit me with? A rifle ball. Oh, fuck, man. Why'd you do that? Alright, so, this will be in fast mode. I won't bore you with the details, unless I come up with something I need to show you. Let's, put this whole thing back together. It may be a lot harder than it sounds. Okay, so here is your, before I do that, here's your rear, Here's your rear detent that basically locks the trigger while it's back. Okay, I want that gone. And believe it or not, I want this gone. Why? Because, let's face it. I mean, it's kind of gets in your way when you expect it to fire. Yeah. It's a nice safety, but everybody knows a real good safety is blocked at the actual, the actual trigger catch, not, yeah, so, alright, let's begin, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna lose that. I'm gonna keep this here to hold that down, but I'm gonna lose that. Okay. Here. This actually is the whole barrel length here. So I guess, well, you have about the same barrel length. Yes, it's just that it hooks into here for some reason rather than being one piece. Yeah, so, oh brother, this is a little tough how they did this. They definitely did not steal anybody from Hasbro to build this thing. I will say that right now. They didn't. They did not. Ah, shit. Okay, okay. Alright? Alright. You gotta make sure this is in. Okay, let's go back to this high speed. Okay, another pause. This seems to be worked. The actual prime handle... Oh, that is smoother, though. It does seem to be warped or something. I can't quite put my finger on it. Okay, so... Given removing a few locks, a variability of headshot, rifle, and Adventure Force ammo, I took a few things apart. First off, I took the trigger thing out. Second, I took this out. I took that out. I kept the tab that holds the plunger down. That's cool. But I basically didn't mess with anything else. I also took the lock that makes it so I can't... See, now I can actually decock it. I like that. See, I like that. I can deprime it. I don't have to fire it to prime it. I like that. But let's see here. Let's throw 5 shots. Let's throw 5 rivals into here. Boom. 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 Okay. 5. All right, shall we? It's still... And I can tell what it is. It's that this little thing here is not pushing the balls all the way down when I fire. I mean, nobody wants to, you know, go against a zombie and run into that, okay? That's kind of not your friend, okay? So, yeah. Do I like it? Yeah, I think it's cool. I like how robust it is. Other thing is that Kronos has this top crown here. I know a lot of people don't understand that. It distributes the force in 3 places. And a lot of people break these because they don't put a front limiter on this plunger when they make either a Kronos or they make this. Now, of course, this has front limiters. See these 2 little pieces right here? They're front limiters. They're not very good front limiters, though, but they do work. Okay, when you're in Chronomag, however, you want to make sure that you have, like, you know... So, yeah, I just think that's a much more straightforward. You know if the ball's in there, you know it's in there, you know it's going to fire, you know it's going to work, you know that's the next one that's going to fire. I don't know, there's just something about that. Oh, God, my mom's going to complain in about 5 seconds, because that is, wow. I mean, can this do the same thing? Well, I'll put it this way. I think you can K26 this. I don't think you can 18K it, because you're hanging it off of 2 bolts. But it is stronger plastic that I think is a lot more tear resistant than this plastic. So to make up for it. But you're still hanging it off of 2 screws instead of 3. And I think the feed device, somebody's got to come up with a way to make that positive actuator. Maybe make it so instead of it pulls back and allows it to fall, maybe when this pulls back, it pulls it down every time. I mean, that would work, I think, if you made it like a cam like that. But, no, who's kidding? Is anybody going to do that? No, probably not. But I do find that the feeding is at least smoother without the locks. It is a lot smoother. But would I take it over a Kronos? And it's not just bias here. No, I just have a good system twin drawing these things and firing them. The speed hooks I make out of fiberglass right here. This is like 24 layers of fiberglass here. 24 on each side. The original Chronomag had 20, and that seems to go up. But that's wider, and I gave it a little bit thicker. That way it would have less of a bend resistance. And you can see it's like using plates of steel back there. But it doesn't weigh as much as plates of steel. It's got good balance. It works. It's hanging in your holster like this, and you grab it. It's just, you know. Oh, yeah. I need a ball for that, for sure. Yeah. It's just better. And I think there's a lot more stuff made for the Chronos. So to consider something like this over a Chronos, that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. It's 6 shots, but it's one more shot, but it's not as reliable. And everybody knows you can 6-shot mod this, and that's real easy. I've never done it because I don't like to do it, but basically what you do, essentially, is you take this over here. You take this, you make this, you carve this out over here so that when the barrel's in there, essentially what you have is you have the means that the barrel doesn't stop it anymore. So you make it so that goes forward, so then it goes like that. And you can hold 6 rounds in here. Pretty easy, yeah. So I recommend if you want to go 6 rounds, go with that. Is this a don't buy? No, but it could have used to be a little more thought out. Especially since you have a rear lever going back. And you could have easily made it so that actually mechanically drops it down. And that would have probably solved 99% of your problems. But, you know, people don't hire me because, you know. Yeah. So, Adventure Force, you need a better mechanical engineer? I'm always ready to hire. So, until next time, this is Chris Cartaya. Don't you go changing? Well, I'll find you. And I want to thank Homely665 again for donating this blaster. I think this will make a good Chronomag conversion, which is probably what I'm going to do with it. I think it will be. And I do like some of the internal parts on it. It's pretty cool. It might be more robust for that. So I may be doing a mod like that, so stay tuned. Peace out. Oh, get off my channel!